Hail to the Commanders, hail Big Ronnie.
Historic Lambeau Field fittingly it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After a great first week of football, what does week 2 have in store? The Commanders and the Packers underway on Thursday night primetime. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hurt! Ready? Crack all 80. Let's go. Ready.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 30.
Those defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's Daniels. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go. 60 by 6.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
19 Lions.
To the air goes Daniels. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Tyler Warren was the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
18 Cardinal. Rig.
Slot man moves right.
Hey, check that. Street. Dragon 60. Go.
Now Daniels. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Looking to put a drive together. down the left sideline. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Lamar Jackson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
70, Timberwolves.
Play action, now it's Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Open man, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
First down. A gain of 14. And the Washington first down.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
To throw is Daniels. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Ready? 60 Maverick, Tackle 80. Broncos. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Come on. Set. Cougar Knights. Ready.
Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it second down. You look at this Packers defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And that is incomplete here. A misconnection there, and he's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The slot man in motion right. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Forward.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson going to run again. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
Hey, report. Hey, Ozzie.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
We changed it.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
22 yards. That's good for a Packers first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Packers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This 2nd and 4. Jackson options out left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Walter Nolan brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Jackson. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
13-yard line.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Hey, middle. You.
Here's Jackson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Green in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early two-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check, smash. 60 ball check. Check, smash. 18, Pioneer.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He's going to air one out. That's caught at the 25. And he takes it down deep into Greenbay territory. Big yardage that time for Washington. And even 50 yards.
A gain of 50 yards. And the
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Come on. Pass the 60. 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18. Go.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff would be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Wan'Dale Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and to put some pressure on the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
From the gun, Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Hey, middle. No, we changed it.
Throwing is Jackson.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again.
Now he's going to step up and run. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
To throw from his end zone, Daniels. Now he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Partner, you got to check this out because while they rightly congregate around the guy who just made the play on field, take a look at the sideline because they all went over to congratulate their punter because they remember it was his kick that set them up so close to the end zone and gave them an opportunity to get the safety that we just saw to add to their lead. That's teamwork right there. Full complementary football, and they got it done.
Looking to put a drive together. The drive will start with an option going left. The quick feet by Jackson. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
I would say that's what you call a whole lot for a little, huh?
When you bust that move out of the bag, you hope for more than 4 yards, but hey, 4 is what he got. Jackson.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Let's go.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first downs.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. They'll look to throw again. Caught left side Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Here we go. Set.
A gain of 12.
Get to Maverick. Get to Maverick.
First down.
Here's Daniels.
Now he's nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
60 bucks.
To the air goes Daniels.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mustang 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Panther 11.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Jackson now.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
13.
They go play action with Jackson.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Daniels.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Here now a 3rd and 20.
Let's go now. 19, go, Riggs, go. 19 tight, 79 Broncos. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it.
Hooked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Commanders are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half.
He's got a man complete. He's still on his feet, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ricky Pearsall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
Here's Robinson.
On the return is Robinson. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
It's hot! It's hot! 180! It's hot!
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
180!
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Open man is Connect, the tight end.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 18.
Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Jackson.
Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Packers! DJ Moore, 50 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Set up for the two-point conversion.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
The score, Packers 27, Commanders 10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Nice, go!
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. A short one there, caught by Warren. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Cowboy 80. 65 check, 65 check. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That's good for a Washington first down.
First and 10
at the 43.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Bernard, his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
18 runners, 69.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
70 Timberwolves. Warriors 70. Panther Street. Go check. Go check. Ready.
Back to throw. Daniels. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hey, middle. Go. Hey.
Now Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Now it's Jackson. And it's a Packers touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 30 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Commanders 10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Dobbs. That's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Dobbs pass. Intercepted. The Packers
looking to put a drive together.
At their own 23-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There's a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
Here's Dobbs to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
18 Cardinal, 18.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
At the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's caught right side. It's Warren.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 14, first down, Commanders.
From the set.
A gain of 14. And the Commanders first down.
Come on. Hit. Panther 60. Panther.
Daniels looking to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And this one is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Wilson's got it on the crossing route.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Dobbs is throwing.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Washington Commanders first down.
Here we go. Set.
First and goal.
Brown. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal. At the 3-yard line.
Viking 18.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he's maybe going to get this back. The 4, but that's about all. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
This likely a must-have. Third and goal.
Ready? Cougar 19.
Draw play for Brown.
And this time he is in.
Chase Brown, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders get a bit closer.
Trap 60, trap 60, go!
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
34. Commanders 16. Rigoberto Sanchez.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They'll have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up without another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing Jones. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Washington on third down.
They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jones. They're firing a deep ball for Kmet. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Cole Kmet, 56 yards. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
42. Commanders 16.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
To throw is Downs. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Washington first down.
18,
First and 10 at the 30.
Back to throw Downs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go check. Hurt.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Going deep for Hopkins. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and
Now they get it 4
quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Looking to throw. Daniels. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Cowboy 80. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop at a yard shy. The Packers unable to pick up the first.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go check. Go check. Ready.
Here's Daniels. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
To the air goes Daniels. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Ready, ready.
And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Cougar 19. Go, Reed. Hey, check that, check that. Street, street. 60 Maverick, 60 Buffalo 18.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Gravity Lions. Steady.
Dobbs. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the two, they don't get it.
Commanders 42. Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
He was taken down.
Byron Young there on the stop.
A gain of a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made at the
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Well, they're going option play on third down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite